time for our keynote. It is 1:30. Shall we get ready for our keynote?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited. So I am going to introduce Christopher Fuller. He is the owner-operator of Griot's Eye. And he is, in my tradition, what we call an OG. He's been at this for decades. Doesn't look it, but he's been at it for decades. And he has a strong story of resilience and building your practice and doing it in a way that you can be proud of, and that everybody is running their own race, right? We're all doing our own thing. So I would love to let's get right to it. Christopher.
I'm ready.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes. Without further ado, here's our presenter, one Christopher Fuller. And let's throw a little reaction in there.
Hi guys, hello. I'm just gonna start sharing my screen so that we can get right into this and then get to some questions. All right. First, what is resilience? Psychologists define it as a process of adapting well in the face of adversity. And it's a kind of thing that you don't know really how much you possess until after you've gone through a trauma or, weather the storm or walk through a desert with just a little canteen by your side. So therefore, when you get advice that is like, just hang in there, you might have a tendency to react in a way that, like that, And let me tell you something, I understand that reaction, because when bad things occur, sometimes it seems as if it's only happening to you and that you're the one that has only ever experienced this. But as cliche as it sounds, there really is people out there that have felt your pain and feel your pain. So, a long inscribing road. Yes, I've been at this quite a long time. Actually, this month marks the beginning of my career, which was 28 years ago with a little company called MG Taylor. So that's me in my neophyte scribe days with my flat top. Then in the mid-90s with MG Taylor, I'd call that kind of our salad days, because that's where we partnered with Ernst & Young, which was a big consulting firm to do design shops, and I really started to grow as a scribe. Working in the new millennium as a solo entrepreneur, I call that my Have Marker World travel days, where I've worked on 5 continents and more countries than honestly than I can remember. To the present day, the remote collaboration days, those travel days are over. And one thing that is ironic is that first meeting that I did back in June of '92, it was a community event. And one of the things that was on everybody's mind was the social stress. LA had just been through the riots. 28 years later, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's just tragic that these societal ills still continue to plague us. And also looking at the drawings, a smaller tragedy is I've lost quite a bit of hair since those days. But okay, so I've got a bit of an odd sense of humor. I'm going to formally introduce myself. Yes, I'm Christopher Fuller. And even though I might seem as cool as the other side of the pillow, let me tell you guys, that's a joke. Inside, I'm still just this guy, just this dorky kid that carried a sketchbook everywhere and drew all the time. I was a lifelong drawer. And that was because from the time I was a child, I was preparing for my dream jobs, which was either going to be working for Marvel Comics or Disney. It was just, there was no other option. And so I drew all the time. I went and got my proper good drawer certification from Rutgers University with a degree in visual arts. And then after college, I shipped my portfolio off to these dream jobs and sat back like, well, here we go. And I was rejected. I was a couple of them more than once, actually. And then not even the dream jobs were rejecting me, but even I remember Hallmark greeting cards, illustration and design division, they rejected me. And that rejection letter, I remember like getting it and it was opening up. You wanted to work here and that was your hope, but we reviewed your portfolio and decided nope. It was in a greeting card. Can you believe that? No. Okay, it was not in a greeting card, but it might as well have been. And let me tell you something, I can laugh now, but it hurt then. That feeling of, oh gosh, so, now what? But what was fortuitous is that those rejections led me to Orlando, which is where my parents had moved while I was in college. And so I was working as a freelance artist doing some caricature work. And there happened to be 2 people in Orlando that had this little company that did not reject me. That was Matt Taylor and Gil Taylor. If you guys aren't familiar with them, they own this little boutique consulting company called MG Taylor Corporation that did these very innovative workshops that brought together people to work on problems together, but to solve them collectively through collaborative design and discussion. And as part of their process, they use graphic recorders to document, knowledge workers, but one of the roles was what we called scribing. And so that was where I first learned the craft. And that brings me to my first resilience lesson. And that is, don't chase money, chase interesting opportunities.